Hi guys, it's Monday again, and that means we're back to doing Gorkamorka. So I've done a bit more work to the Orc village, or mech town as it were, and I wanted to show you what I've been up to. Right then, so for this one, get my mouse out of the way, I wanted to show you how it all goes together. So in my last video, somebody asked, why do I make the these bits into U-shapes? So for that, I'm going to basically show you. So these bits here are in U-shapes. Instead, he said, why not make them into L-shapes, and that way they'll stack better. And that's a very true point. They would stack a lot better if they were in L-shapes, and especially considering that these are almost square. They're not quite square, they're very near to square. And I'm about to show you why I made the decision to make these into the U sort of shapes instead of into the L shapes. And one of the reasons for that is that when I initially conceived these buildings is I had ideas of making them into bigger and bigger buildings, and things like this were part of that. And this is a concept I came up with for the Infinity buildings, and I've expanded it now to the Orc ones. Now these look a rather strange shape, so I'll just quickly, rather than just showing you the shape, I'm going to go ahead and show you what they do. So what they do is they go like that. Then what we do is we've got this funky bit here which acts as a brace. I'm just going to stick that in. I think you're getting an idea of what's happening here. So then what we do is we stick more walls in like that, and then the end wall goes back on. So this can basically make a building as long as you want it to be. That hole there is because these wall pieces here are designed to clip onto these two little bits here, and they hold the ends together on a normal building. And of course on a long building like this, it still needs to hold the whole thing together. So that bit there in the middle helps to do that. I'm quickly going to just put the roof on. There's a little bit of jiggery pokery in the middle here, getting it lined up. It's not an exact science. I've made this a little bit like a patchwork. Just make sure it has clipped on all sides. Nope. Come on. Are we in? There you go. And once it's in, you can basically pick it up by the edge there, and the whole thing stays together. And the whole reason for that is because of those clips. See, it's clipped in the middle there, clipped on the end, and clipped on the edge there. And that holds the whole thing together. And you get this lovely, like, mechanical join thing going on there. I'm not sure if I'm happy with the design of that there. It kind of matches these edges here, but these edges look a lot better than that does in the middle. That looks weird. So I might need to change the design of that. The same on that side there. Now I wanted to show you why these things aren't square, because if they were square, I wouldn't be able to do that. So I wouldn't be able to put one of these buildings in the middle, like that. So it fits in the middle like that, because they are longer than they are wide. So you can stick it over the side like that with a ladder, so you can have it so there's a ladder coming up and a ladder going up there, and you can start to have bigger and bigger buildings, which of course in 40k is great, because if you've got big vehicles, a little building like this, if I just get a model for reference, they can barely hide one Reaver jet bike, but you start getting this size building together, and that will definitely hide a tank, basically. And that is essentially where I'm going with these things. It's where I went with the Infinity buildings when I made those, and it's where I'm going with the the Orky ones as well. So again, let me know any comments down in the description. Any ideas down in the comments on ways that I can go with this, any improvements that you can see. And things that I can do with this as well, and ways that I can expand this system now that you've seen where it goes, because I'm always keen to improve on the designs that I've got, as you all know. Right, I look forward to hearing any ideas that anyone's got and putting them into action if anyone's got any corkers, as it were. Right, that's all I've got for you today. I just wanted to show you what I've got on there. If you've been following me on social media, you'll have seen this one last week sometime. I had a bit of a shocking week where I didn't actually get much done, so most of what I got done here was actually last week, to be honest. Not long after I made last week's video. I was enthused after making last week's video and I got most of this done. Anyway, I'm rambling, so I'll end it here. Thank you very much for watching. Keep up with me in between videos over here. Thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Stay well, guys.